guys, it's me, 𝗲𝗍cy Rainbow.
And I am Renata from the 𝗍𝗍𝘆.
And welcome back to episode 31 of the 𝗫𝗍𝘆 podcast. In this episode, we are finally revealing our top 10 of Eurovision 2024, but not just our top 10. We also both created our own personal tier rankings for the year, which we are very excited to share with you guys. So even though that is the only thing we're going over in this episode, girl, there's a lot of songs to get through this episode. There's a lot of thoughts. I've got a lot of thoughts. We've been covering, of course, the songs every single week as they've come out and, as we move along through the season. But this is a good kind of like final recap before we get into rehearsals and we start seeing that sort of thing to go over who we're loving, who we're hating, etc. So I'm very excited to get into this episode. But before we do that, we have to give a shout out to our patrons. These are people who went over to patreon.com/𝗫𝗍𝘆 podcast to support the podcast and also gain access to the full-length video episodes a day early on Thursday, as well as ad-free and song clips put throughout the episode when needed, as well as some Patreon exclusive videos and clips. There's a little Patreon exclusive coming up this week with me revealing this Bambi thug look to Renata. So if you want to see those sort of things, of course, head over to the Patreon and subscribe. And another benefit that you get when you subscribe to the Patreon is you get a shout out at the beginning of the episode, like the following people. So a shout out to Daniel, 𝗲𝗍𝗆, Alistair, Russell, Shoegazer, Daniel, Kathleen, Suniva, Norbert, Jackson, Henny, Andrew, Elliot, Sana, and Liza. And if you want to shout out at the beginning of next episode, make sure you head over to patreon.com/𝗫𝗍𝘆 podcast and subscribe. And shout out to everybody who has been supporting us over there. And shout out to everybody who has been supporting us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, watching the premieres, everything like that. We love you for supporting us. And yeah, shout out to everybody. And without further ado, let's get right into the episode.
Okay, so for this tier ranking, we're going to go through our 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star songs. And we're going to see along the way what songs we're in agreement on. So we're going to start with the first category at the bottom, just to get it out of the way. The songs that have 1 star from each of us, which is going to be our category of songs that we skip. So I'm going to start and piss off a lot of people right away. This chat is going to be nice and angry, but that's fine. So my skip songs are In the Middle, Moldova, Fighter, Luxembourg, and 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏 from France.
Ooh, okay.
Give the people a second to shout at me in the comments. Maybe they're gonna shout at you too.
Listen, okay, well, first of all, only 3. I put 5.
That's okay.
Well, we do have some common denominators though in ours. So my personal skips, and okay, can we just preface this by also saying a big reason why we did this is because Renata's not a big ranker, whereas with me, I am a ranker. Like I'm obsessed with I am the typical Euro fan. I'm obsessed with getting each placement. I'm like, no, this one goes above, and the difference between this one and this one, even though they're back to back, is huge. So I'm gonna say when I read these off to you, they are in order for me, and this is just for me, not for Renata. But this is just for me. They're in order from lowest ranking, and I'm moving up. Okay? So for me, in my skip category, I've got In the Middle from Moldova, 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏 from France, Before the Party's Over from Belgium, Scared of Heights from Iceland. I know. Scared of Heights from Iceland, and Liar from Cyprus. Those are my skips. And like realistically, okay, I had Liar in my 2-star category. But then I thought, I don't know if I've actually ever fully listened to that song apart from when I was like comprehensively listening to it because I needed to. It, for some reason, is a type of song that I would typically like, but it's a skip for me.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I mean, I respect that skip. All of those. I could definitely see that. So in my 2-star category, um, I have 8 songs in my
mm,
2-star category. Um, and this is the ones that we're just like, we're not sure about these ones. Like, they're definitely not songs that we're like really feeling, that would be fine seeing them left in a semifinal, not
mm.
having to hear them again. So for me, it's We Will Rave. Uh, this one, okay, this one fell off for me big time.
Yeah, it
Like
sounds like it.
I actually could put this possibly into the skip category, but like I will tolerate it. I will tolerate this one. Yeah, I'm just really put off by this song now. It just feels so like fake. It just feels so fake to me. And it's a poser ass song, and I'm just not sure about this one anymore.
Oh no.
I think she seems great, but I'm just not sure about this one. A
Mm.
lot of people are going to be mad, I think, in this section too. I also have, okay, Titan, not feeling it. Loop, like it's like fine. Like Loop for me, like it's fine, but like I don't like need to see it. And I think she's going to do a really good stage show, but as far as like the recording is concerned, Sand, I literally don't know about this one. Like every time I hear it, I feel like it's the first time I'm hearing it because it just sounds like so background music. Um, Firefighter, it's like old and dated for me. Um, I do have Before the Party's Over in here. Like sometimes like like if I'm like driving my car, there's sometimes where it's like you know, and it's like it just like feels like I can it's okay. Sometimes. Most of the time it's not okay though.
Nah.
And then I have Scared of Heights as well. So um we're both obviously not those are bottom tier for us. Or not bottom, but um not loving those, even if they're not in the
Yes.
exact same category. So, what are your 2-star
Yeah.
songs?
So I will again preface this by saying, listen, to be honest, anything from this category and up, I like.
Okay.
None of these are skips for me. I like them when they come on. But like you said, like, these are ones that maybe I would not care if they got left in the semi. Maybe I mean, some of these in mine are AQs. So
Hmm.
that's not a potential, but I would be fine if they were. So for me, I have Hollow from Latvia. I have 1111 from San Marino. I have Unforgettable from Sweden. I have Titan from Albania. I have, oh, this one's gonna make some people mad. This one's gonna make some people mad, I just realized. I've got Dizzy from the UK. And I've got Sand from Denmark.
Wow, Dizzy from the UK. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on that, please?
Well, I think that the song is good, but it is just like a mid pop song. And every live performance I've seen of him, because like now at this point, we've moved past the London pre-party performance, and he had a pretty decent one in Amsterdam. But you know what people are like, oh wow, see, I knew they could do it. And you're watching it and you're thinking, well, but no. Well, but no, that I mean, yes, it's an improvement, but it's still not good. That's how I'm feeling. And every time, and it's just growing off of me more and more, So yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So next is 3 stars. So these are songs that we think are good. that we want to see qualify, songs that we like, but maybe aren't like our like favorites. So I have Latvia. So this was somewhere where we were a little bit close as far as, you know, where they're squeezing in at. Um, I have Cyprus. I have Norway. I have Slovakia, or is that right? Slovakia?
Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Girl, come on.
I have Sweden. I have Ukraine, Germany, Ireland, and San Marino.
Okay, you've got some sneaks in there, I see. Okay, I mean, I want you to actually, I need you to elaborate since you said for the last one, I need
Yeah.
elaboration on Ireland.
Yeah, so for Ireland, like I think this like the song is very interesting. They're a great performer. I like that it has a vision, but I just don't like to listen to it.
Mhm.
Like I just don't like it's not like a song that I'm really it's not a song that gets stuck in my head. There's aspects of the theatrical nature of the like the softer vocal part of the song.
Mm.
I don't like that. It feels really like Broadway, and I can't stand that kind of
Oh, okay.
like singy talky type of thing. Like it doesn't work for me. But then the other half of the song is like the really intense vocals, and I don't know, it just on both ends of it, it's just kind of like I just don't really love either. But like we talked about in the last episode, like that tsunami song from them, awesome.
Yes.
Love it. So like it's just that it's I appreciate this one for what it is. I just don't love it. Oh, and forgot one of them.
Mm.
Uh, and it's kind of the same uh mindset,
Mm.
which is Switzerland, the code, where it's like I appreciate that they're really good at singing it, but I just don't like it's never one where I look at the playlist
Mm.
and I'm like, I'm listening to I need to hear this song. I never think that about these
Yeah.
songs.
And so you have an issue with witches because all the witches are in this for you. Because uh we've got Ireland, and we've got
Oh, and
Slovenia.
Veronica, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm anti-witch. I don't know. I never considered myself to be anti-witch, but I'm not anti any of these songs though, actually. Like I'm not against any of them. It's just like
Yeah.
they just
Well,
aren't it for me.
actually, I need you to elaborate on one more because it is a fan favorite that a lot of people think might win, and that's Ukraine.
Yeah, I just feel like this one is a little bit boring.
Mhm.
Like the chorus, I think is just a like I don't know. It feels like
Yeah.
maybe a little bit like gospel-y.
Mm.
um Especially because they are kind of doing like a harmony through it. It just
Mhm.
hasn't really like stuck with me. Like it's not really catchy for me, but it's like fine. Like it's not like I skip this song. It's not like I wouldn't it's not like I haven't watched the performances of it, which have been good, and like it's okay, but it's just I don't know.
Okay, I understand. I
Yeah,
understand. I just, thought the people maybe would like to know.
yeah, that's fair.
All right. So then for my 3 stars, again, just a reminder, I'm going in order. So Disney was actually at the top of the last section for me. But anyways, moving on. We've got, oh, I already know this first one about to make people mad. I've got Portugal, Greedo. I've got Georgia, Firefighter. Girl, we got the fighters back to back because then I got Luxembourg.
Okay.
Um, I've got Tora from Spain. I've got Norway as well, though.
Okay, we agree
And
on that one.
I also have Germany. And then lastly, I know you're not gonna like this one, but I've got Czechia.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, you know, I didn't love the revamp, right? So where she lived a few places higher, I'll say. She probably before the revamp would have maybe been the 4 stars. Now she's down to 3. Um each live performance is getting better, but I'm not sold on the vision. I'm not sold on, she's not selling me yet, right?
Mhm.
The styling in her performance, she's not getting me excited for it,
The
I'll say.
styling has been really unfortunate. Like whatever the
Yeah.
thing was that she was wearing at Eurovision in concert, it was very much like Christian prom chaperone.
Mm,
It
mhm.
was
Yeah,
mother of the
meanwhile,
bride.
a week before she was in Madrid and she had a full titty pop out. So where there's no
Yeah, there's no consistency in like what the style is.
yeah.
Right? Like Mae Muller
Yeah.
was very consistent. It was like trashy London girl. Like every look
Yes.
we saw her
Yeah.
in was like a trashy London girl look. And like
Exactly.
with Aiko, there's just not enough vision, which is weird. You would kind of think that maybe there would be a little bit more.
Yeah, and especially last year, they were so like with just I mean, obviously it's completely different artists, everything different visions, but last year Czechia just gave me everything I wanted. Like they had full vision, full concept, everything. I'm not getting it this year. But I'm still loving it. I'm still loving it, and that's the top of my section. So,
Okay.
you know,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so the next category is 4 stars. So these are songs that we like. These are songs
Hmm.
that we really like. Songs that, like, maybe in a couple weeks when you talk to us again, like they might move up into being in the top 10. So they just haven't quite made it to the top 10. These are like our honorable mentions, like the ones that we'll give points to if any of our favorite ones don't make it into the final. Like
Exactly. Yeah. These are the ones that just didn't make it to the top 10, but we wish we could put them all in there.
exactly. That is exactly what this category is. So, I've got the UK, so I'm rating it a bit higher than you are. Yeah. I don't know. I like it. I feel like there's something that's like really like nostalgic about it.
Mm,
But it's not a song that's trying to be nostalgic. But it's just like enough touches, enough nods to like
hmm.
the 90s, to the
Okay.
Y2K sound. It doesn't feel like so heavy-handed where it's like we're a Y2K song. Like No Rules is kind of like we are a 90s song.
Yeah. Mhm.
It feels way more contemporary. So I don't know. I really like that. I've also got Australia. I love this song from the beginning. Like I
Mhm.
was never doubting on this song. I know a lot of people hated the video and we've talked about that before, but like I didn't mind the video. Like I felt zero negative emotions when I watched it other than like, oh, I wish they would have done like a more interesting video, but it wasn't like, oh, this
Mhm.
video is terrible. I'm down rating the song because I thought the song was nice. And the more I've listened to it, the more I've liked it. And like I get it like stuck in my head. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I like it. I don't really understand what they're talking about. Like some of the lyrics are a little bit weird.
I think it's
Uh
literally just like one love, we're all the same. Like,
yeah, it's like a hippie song and I've got a little bit of like hippie in me. Um
yeah.
and then I've got Armenia. I'm really feeling this song. I really am. It's just not enough to crack it into the top 10 because I feel like I've got a really solid top 10.
Mhm.
And then this one maybe will be controversial, but Croatia.
Mm.
Like it's been great to see how he's like improved over time, like all of the different performances that he's done, like every pre-party he seems way more comfortable, like the crowd is getting more into it,
Mhm.
like he's like developing and I love watching that. But when it comes to listening to this song, I think it's I don't know, I feel like it's maybe like I don't want to say that it's dated because that's not it, but I feel like the elements that it's made up of, um, specifically the more like rock elements of it. It's just
Mhm.
not the kind of like rock elements that I typically like.
Yeah.
The like electronic element I do really like, but it's like the rock parts and the rock vocals
Yeah.
that
It
that
doesn't
I'm
feel as fresh.
it doesn't feel as yeah, it doesn't feel as fresh. It feels kind of like Warped Tour, but the stages that I wasn't going to at Warped Tour.
Mhm.
Like where
Mhm.
I would like choose the emo stage over
Yeah.
that kind of like more rock vibe stage. So like I really like it. I really like it, but just it not as much as I like the songs that I'm going to talk about in my top 10.
Yeah. So that's everyone.
Yeah, only 4.
Oh, I think I've got 7. Um
That's okay.
okay. Well, for me in my 4-star category, I have got hmm, I've got Finland, no rules. I've got 𝗏𝗏𝗆 by Australia. Electric
Australia.
Fields
Electric
by Australia. No. Then another match. I like how it's like card games. We got matches.
Yeah.
Another match. We've got
Really?
Croatia.
Oh, that's surprising me actually. Please tell me more.
Yes. So for me, this one was one that fell off pretty
Mm,
hard for me. Not okay, again, everybody in this we love, right? So I still love it. But when I say it fell off, I had it as like my 4th or 5th place. Um, but as time goes on and we're listening to all the songs, I agree. I think the like it not being as fresh of a sound makes it fall off a little faster because it's got that impact when you first listen to it, which has me a little conflicted on where I think it'll fall actually when it comes to Eurovision results, because I think a lot of people really loved it when they first heard it, but then it started to fizzle out a little bit and maybe it didn't seem as exciting the more you listen to it. Um, I think even like concept wise, I don't know if I'm fully getting it. I'm getting the cultural elements when we're doing that, but not really understanding the cat thing. I'm not, there's aspects to it I'm not clinging on to, uh, but I'm still loving it. But
mhm.
yeah, it's definitely fallen for me to the point where I can't put that in my top 10 now. Um, but then I also have Slovenia, Veronica. Then you might not like this. Actually, you might not like these next two being in here. I've got Lithuania, and then I've got Poland.
I had a feeling it would be at least Poland.
Mhm. And then I've got Ukraine. So
Okay.
again, I mean those three though, that's like I would love all these to be in my top 10, but especially been really conflicted with Ukraine, been really conflicted with Poland, been really conflicted with Lithuania. Really wanting to squeeze them into my top 10, but um Poland for me the live put it out
Mm,
of my top 10 for me. I can't keep her there compared to the people I put in my top 10 who I'm pretty sure all have pretty strong lives that solidified them in there. Poland for me, that was the issue. Ukraine, honestly, similar. Well, maybe not similar. It's just, it's good, but I think I've fallen back. So I had this weird change of views with this one because I didn't like it when I first heard it. It wasn't even my
mm.
winner of Vidbeer.
Oh, okay.
Then it grew on me. And I was like really in my Mama Teresa moment. And now I'm back off. I'm back off and I'm back off to thinking like, oh, the only part I really love that I skipped to in the performance is the rap. And I wish I loved um Jerry's part more. Uh
Mm,
and I'm back to thinking, ooh, they got some good songs together. And this is not their best of their songs together. Um, so that just takes it out a little bit for me. Um, and yeah, Lithuania is great. I just have it there because it's good. It's good. It's great. It's solid for me. It's been in that spot for a while, to be honest.
mhm. Okay. I mean, that's the honorable mention category. So
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the way that a lot of these so far have been like our cusp songs are really close to
Yes.
each other, where like actually I think our disagreements when we have them, it really is just between like it's like a little bit higher or a little bit lower, like they didn't
Yeah.
meet the
Yeah.
threshold, but they're all just kind of like just hovering. But it's hard because I felt like for me when I was doing this that it's like there's a really strong section of songs that I like a lot, where like I wish
Mhm.
that I could give more than top 10. um and then there's a big chunk of songs that like I think are like totally okay. Like I think like the amount of shitty songs is extremely low.
Mhm.
But the amount of amazing songs, like it's smaller, but they're all really amazing. And then
Mhm.
there's kind of like this really wide field in the middle of like lots of great songs.
Yeah. 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 I agree.
Not like I forget which year it is, maybe 2017. Where for me it's like there's like three good songs, and I might be totally wrong about the year, but like there
Yeah.
are years
No,
like that
I
where
agree. 2017 was rough. It was rough, especially after the lives came through. A lot of the songs I did like studio track wise just fell off, like Dance Alone and like, you know, and even the way those songs aged was really bad. And obviously we can't tell based off of like, we are in the current year, so
Mhm.
but I go back to that year and I'm like, girl, I didn't like none of these songs.
Right. Like I think everyone probably has at least one year where it's like, oh, like that's never gonna be one that you go and like rewatch because there's just
Yeah.
nothing in there for you. And I am just amazed at how amazing this selection is this year, and
Hmm.
how this would be like hands down the best year in my opinion if it weren't for that one thing. And it's just like ruined it all.
Yeah.
But it is like an iconic year. Okay, so for the 5-star songs, I had this category labeled for me as Renata core. So these are just like because it actually like a lot of these songs, I feel like this top 10 represents a lot of different aspects of my taste, which is another thing about this year that I appreciate so much is that actually there is a lot of diversity in the kinds of songs that we're getting. And
Yeah.
so many of them
Mm,
are genres that I enjoy. Where like in any other year, any one of these songs could potentially be in my top 10, like could potentially be a winner. So it's like kind of crazy that like I'm in a position where I actually have 14 songs that I'm looking at in my tier list. 14 songs. Any one of these could win, and I would be happy. If any one of 14, that's like half the songs pretty much.
yeah.
So I'm going into this in a situation where like there's actually only a few songs that would piss me off. Like I'm pretty much going to be
Mm,
happy with the results almost no matter what, because like the odds are really in my favor
mhm.
because there's so many songs that I'm really, really enjoying. So my 1 point is going to go to Portugal. This is I feel like I've always got room for one ballad in me. And that's the one for me this year because my initial response to this song was so strong. And I've talked about it before, but I was literally doing laundry. Like I was folding up laundry.
Mm,
I could not see the TV. I had no idea what was happening on screen at all. I stopped what I was doing so I could go look at the TV because the song that I was hearing was so nice. Was just so like it just I could like feel it move something in me that I had to stop what I was doing. And anything that can do that to me, especially when it's not like my typical type of song, is deserving of being in my top 10. So Portugal, Yolanda, 1 point.
yes. Well, my 1 point, my 10th place goes to Malta.
Mm.
Yes. Yes, I said it. I am Loop is okay. The way a lot of those ones in that 4-star category were falling off. Girl, you know who bumped them out? Miss Loop. Okay, Miss
Okay.
Loop de Loop flip all over that stage. I love this one. The more I see it live, she's an amazing live performer. And this is like one of the girl bops for me. And that revamp, I don't know, they barely changed nothing, but something about it really clicked hard for me. Those dance breaks, this is one I'm finding myself really putting on loop over and over and over again. Let me skip to those dance breaks. Let me hear those again. Let me what hey, mama, like trying to learn the choreo. It's just giving me everything I want. It is my Chanel of this year. It's my basic girl bop, that I love. I this is the one I'm nervous about. This is the one I'm scared about. Qualifying, I don't really see it happening. I gotta have my outlier because I think most of everybody else in my top 10, honestly, I don't really have much concern for. But this one I'm scared for. And also just full transparency here. I did a jury that's gonna air on another person's channel, another Eurovision YouTuber's channel. I did a jury, but they had already voted in the songs to the final, and Malta didn't make it. So when I present my points and you see Ukraine in that spot, just know it's because Malta was bumped out. And so that's what makes me nervous. I'm like, no.
Wow. Okay, so I think Malta's chances are increasing based off of
Okay.
what I've seen at the pre-parties. I was really impressed at this, I think it was the most recent one in Amsterdam, that uh 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗧 and 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗀𝗀 both were awesome. And I kind
Mm-hmm.
of class they're kind of like similar songs to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Liar a little bit more than I like Loop at the moment. But so I was really surprised by both of them because their vocals sounded great and they were dancing their asses off.
Yeah.
And we know that the viewers love that. So I think like if like I've said in the past, when you're in these situations where it's like the worst possible circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
very little control over what the sound and the look is that you've got going
Mm-hmm.
on. If you can pull it off in those adverse conditions, like that's a really, really good sign. And so like I'm kind of feeling that for both of those girls. Like I think they're marginal. Like they could both qualify. Maybe only one of the two will qualify. Maybe
The way
neither
I've got
qualify.
Cyprus in my skip category, my 1 star, and I've got Malta in my 5 star though.
Well, I mean, I that one just clicked for you. I mean, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I think they
She's
both
the
have
it
pretty
girl
good
for
chance.
me. Like her
Hmm.
fashion, her style, like she's got, I think, a better vision than Cyprus for me. Cyprus is for the teen girls. She's in her
Cypress is,
Lululemon
yeah,
dancing,
yes.
and 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗀𝗀𝐻𝑖's in her like, custom drag queen dance costumes. So that's more my style.
I would agree. I would say that Liar is like less developed than Loop as far as like package is concerned. And how old is 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀? Do you know? Because 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗄𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 is like 17, right?
𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
think she's an accountant.
Really? She looks so young.
Yeah, I mean, she's like young. I think she's my age.
Okay.
Um,
But she's not
yeah.
17.
No, she's
Not
not a kid.
18. Um, okay. So my 2 points go to Italy. La Noia. La Noia. I really love this one. I was listening to it earlier today, and I was actually thinking to myself, like, God damn it, like I wish that I hadn't been so concerned about doing reactions, and I wish that this would have become like our Finland
Oh
soundtrack
yeah.
song. Like I wish that it would have become a song that I think about because I know that you were listening to it all the time, like in your headphones, because I didn't want to get spoiled on it. But like I wish that I had just heard it sooner because it's like more time to have with the song because it's actually a really great song. And even like the whole selection from Italy this year, like there were a couple that like you had showed me where I was like, okay, like I'd have been happy with this one. Like
Yeah.
I would have had it high in my ranking. So I'm like very pleased with Italy this year. Very pleased.
We'd love to hear it. And then for me, I have for my 2 points, they go to Armenia Yako. This one, okay, I think it had fallen out of my top 10 for a brief period of time. It was really high, then it dropped, and it's back in. After I had seen that live performance, I said, "Oh, fuck. She could perform this. She knows what she's doing. She got the energy. She can get that crowd hype." She has an intensity about her that is just, like, unexpected almost, and she's really charismatic and fun, and she just gives everything that this song needs, and like I said when we covered this song, this is, like, what I've wanted from Armenia um, for a long time, since Inga and Anush, and, I'm glad that we got it back, and this I'm rooting for a top 10 a top 10 finish for, Miss Armenia.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. That's a very well deserved 2 points. Because she has been killing the live performances.
Mhm.
Like, it's gonna be good. And with my 3 points, they're going to go to España, Thora.
Mm.
I love this one from the beginning. It was my winner of Benidorm. Like
Mhm.
whenever we did the like talking about the Benidorm songs, I was like, the only one that I want to win is Thora. Like it's perfect for me. I love like the Hispano disco, like, or I don't know, is it Ibero disco? What do they call it? Because like in Italy it's Italo disco, but it's that kind
Yeah.
of, that Spanish kind of like
Mhm.
disco sound. Just it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and I love that she's like an older woman coming to the contest with kind of like a statement song. And I just really hope that Spain gets a good result this year, because it is one of those countries where like Chanel was like an incredible result, but most of the other times it's, nothing really special. And I feel like this
Yeah.
song is special. So I would like to see Spain get a good result.
I agree. I mean, Spain, I don't Spain's an enigma to me because, like, last year I thought Spain had a stunning song that deserved a top 5 and it got last.
Hmm.
So, like, I don't know, but I hope people respond to it. And I think that you know what really clicked for me? I mean, I the song's middle for me in terms of song, but I love the like especially the nod to the like trans icon in the video and everything like that. Like, I don't know, they're just such a good representative for Spain. I low key wouldn't want anybody else
Hmm.
for them this
Yeah.
year. So, well, my 3 points are going to Serbia, Teodora, Ramonda. This okay, so for you, your ballad of the year is Portugal. This is my ballad of the year
I see.
is Serbia. This one is so moody. It is so everything that I really respond to in a ballad, especially at this moment when I'm in this zone where I'm needing a ballad in my life. This is precisely why. It's about this darkness, this emptiness inside. And when I'm feeling depressed, girl, that's what it's about. It's this numbness. It's this hollow darkness within your soul. And so she just brings that out of me and she just gives that for me. That's the
Mhm.
energy. And I love the visuals that she's been delivering through her styling, through her staging in the national selection, through the video. It's really kind of my vibe, the mountains and the naturalistic kind of world with this magical element to it and like the pops of color for like the purples in the national selection. Like it's very much like my kind of thing with that.
Mhm.
And she's so fucking gorgeous and her style is sick.
The
Like,
styling has been amazing. That's what Aiko has been missing. It's like the Ramonda level
yes.
styling. I agree.
Yeah, and, like, every look, like, correlates. They're all from the same world. It's like they're all from one designer, one collection. I don't think they are, but it's like,
Mhm.
it's all they all go
It's
together so
cohesive.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she has such a clear, distinct vision and style for, like, even for this era. Like, I just feel
Mhm.
like I'm really, really hoping she gets an amazing result for Serbia because I just feel like she's, like, the next big star to me. Like, I mean, she's already a huge star, but it's just I want her to get a lot from this experience. You know what I mean? Like after
Mhm.
the fact, she's one that I really hope is able to maybe get another viral TikTok song or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I see where you're coming from with that. My 4 points goes to Finland. No
Ah,
rules. I mean, I love this one from the beginning. And you might remember when we were at the rehearsals at UMK after No Rules happened that I turned to you and said, like, I think that could win. Yeah, really, that could
yes.
really win.
You know what's
Um,
funny you saying that just before you move on is that I was listening to 𝗤𝗏𝘆𝗆 today
Me
and
too.
I
It came on my random, and all I could think about was 𝗤𝗏𝘆𝘆, is it diarrhea from that
well,
𝗫𝗍sabotage thing.
all I could think about is when you turned to me and said that about Windows 95, when I turned to you and I said, "Oh, this is winning." What was wrong with me? Oh God. But
Oh,
anyways.
it just clicked for me too that there was that like 𝗤𝗏𝘆𝘆𝘆 joke from 𝗫𝗍sabotage, and they threw all the toilet paper. Like, is it diarrhea? I don't know if
Yeah.
there's any connection there. There's probably not any connection, and I'm only even thinking about it right now. But like that song really was diarrhea, and the toilet paper actually was necessary.
My God.
And I remember I had some of that toilet paper. I got some of it. It
Oh
was like
yeah.
it was printed with like euros on it. And I
Mm.
had it in my purse, and there was a day where like my nose was running and I needed to blow my nose, and I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking like might have to
Did you?
use that. I did not.
Yeah,
I did
too
not end up
valuable.
using it. Too
Well, I
too
just want to
valuable.
say I went on to listen to New Blues music. I'm just saying everybody got to go listen to it. Amazing. New Blues music, amazing. He has some songs with 𝗲𝗍𝘆𝗆 Minust.
Yeah, I had heard those songs before.
They're
Really
good.
good. Yeah, they're really good. But yeah, so I always liked this song, and even in my reaction videos, because I did them like every day as the songs came out. This one came out the day after 𝗫𝗍𝘆𝗆's 𝗏𝗡𝗃 came out,
Mm.
and 𝗏𝗃 was my number one. And then on my reaction to No Rules, I was like, oh, this might actually be my number one now. Like I very quickly switched just from like after hearing that song. Like I wonder, would the public vote have been the same if Windows 95 Man opened the show and 𝗫𝗍𝘆𝗆 closed it?
Mm.
Because I think because the next day I was like, oh, that was just recency bias. Like 𝗫𝗍𝘆𝗆 is definitely my winner, like
Mm.
hands down my winner. Um, so it was kind of a dynamic where like he benefited a lot by being later, and
Mm.
that might have to happen for success in the final as well. But this one just really does it for me. It's so many things that I like, and I really hope that it at least qualifies. Like I really, really hope that it
I don't
does.
think we have to worry about that.
I don't think we have to worry about it, but you just never know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my 4 points go to Twin Ireland, Doomsday Blue. I love this song. I love the vision that and the styling that 𝗵𝗵𝘆 has been doing, especially at the national selections. It's been something unique and different and cool and conceptual every single time, something different, but all again like same sort of vision. And I love their vision that they were delivering through their music video and everything. Like I just love 𝗵𝗵𝘆 as an artist, as an artistic package. The whole thing, you know, goes together. For me, the song, similarly to you, is maybe not like it's not the song I'm on repeat all the time, but especially as we've moved into national selection season and 𝗵𝗵𝘆 has been doing all of the or not national selection season, as we've moved into pre-party season and 𝗵𝗵𝘆's been doing like all of the pre-parties, seeing them perform this live every single week in a different setting, usually a different look, a different kind of vibe, and every single time it's amazing. It's, back up there for me. This one, I know the odds, like this one has been wishy-washy. I don't see it personally because this one stands out so much from everybody else. And there's going to be those groups of people that this is going to be their favorite, and I think that
Yeah.
that's what people need to remember with Eurovision is like this. That's why a divisive song is good, because there's going to be a lot of people, of course, that hate this kind of music. But in the same sense, there's going to be a lot of people that this is their favorite kind of music. And there's only one song like this. So I'm rooting. Oh, 𝗵𝗵𝘆𝘆. 𝗵𝗵𝗆, we need back in the final. We need best result for Ireland in the 21st century.
Oh, I think this is making it, just for what you said about it being a little bit divisive, because it definitely is better since you can only vote for a song, you can't vote against a song.
Mm,
Like if you have any amount of people who are really super into your song, like that is going to help you in the
mm,
end. Um, and people don't a song that's just okay but not special and not memorable. Why would someone vote for something that's just okay?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So I definitely see a qualification, and I know we'll do a separate um, prediction video, but I definitely see this one qualifying because the stage show is going to be fucking amazing. Like I know,
Yes,
like
yeah.
they've been able to pull off so much with so little in every single circumstance. Like the
Hmm.
show itself was like horrible, and
Yeah.
they made it work. So it's gonna be really interesting. Like I am probably like one of the songs I'm looking forward to the most to see how it will be staged is
Yes.
this one. Okay, and so my 5 points go to the song that makes me go da 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 da. Fucking 𝗲𝗍.
Oh,
Grease.
yes.
Grease. I love this song. It's so good. There's something about it that's just like so edgy and modern. I feel like honestly, this song is like too good for Eurovision. Like it's like its level of like contemporary sound is just so beyond that like I hope this song is very successful outside of the contest. I hope it's really successful in the contest, and I think it will be. But it just I get so like excited when the song comes on. Like I get like chills. Like I feel like the different kinds of elements in the song, they're like just subtle enough.
Hmm.
Like that kind of like high pitch.
Yeah.
And then da 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 da. It's just like there's so much variation in it, but it's not like with songs that take you from like this side to that side. It's just
Yeah.
like wiggling you around, but really tightly.
Hmm.
Um, yes, I absolutely love this one. And I have to say, there is this new superstar guy out of Greece called Manolo. I think I sent you his song. He did a cover of 𝗲𝗍.
Oh my God.
It is iconic. And this guy, Manolo, he has been living his best life, going viral, singing his songs in Greek. He just was at karaoke singing 𝗲𝗍, and he has bitches like twerking on him, like coming up and
Okay.
full on twerking on him while he sings this song. He's been on people's live videos. I think he's Manolo Global on Instagram. I've been watching his lives where he jumps on and he sings the song, and he just like he's iconic. Like he put the song on Spotify. It is just like I was transfixed when I heard his voice because it's just like
The
his like
range.
yes, the range and his like belief in himself, it's like really powerful. And he's not like the most amazing singer in the world, very far from the most amazing singer, but like he believes in himself. Like you can feel how much like how he loves singing, and I love that. I am a Manolo stan right now.
Okay, yes. I played this in I played his cover in my boyfriend's car, and he was quite moved, and so was I. Truly. And
It's
honestly,
amazing.
I feel like that's how we all feel when we're trying to, especially trying to sing these songs in different languages, girl. I just be,
Hmm.
giving it my all and
Yes.
being completely wrong. And my 5 points are going to We Will Rave. Austria, yes. So I mean, this song, it hasn't fallen. Oh, it has. Well, no, it hasn't fallen off for me. I was gonna say it fell. It's only fallen in my rankings because other songs have clicked.
Mm.
You know, more. I've fallen more in love with other songs. But this one is still, I'm still raving. This is still my dance song of the year for me, like my party dance exciting song. This is I said Loop was my girl bop, but like really this is my girl bop. Um Kayleen Styles, amazing. The live performances haven't been yet what I need them to be, but her energy is there, and that's all I care about. And the song, I'm still listening to the song. I mean, it's just an amazing dance track to get me moving when I'm walking to work and I need to strut, and I want to dance around my house. Like, this is the song to put on, you know.
Yeah. Um,
This is one that I'm sad I'm not getting to be at Euro Club dancing to with all my friends this year, you know?
okay. Yeah, I mean, I would probably shake a leg if this song came on when I was at the
Not
Euro.
a leg,
I'd
just a
shake a
leg.
I'd shake a leg. I'd shake a leg to this one. Even if it's really not
Lanoya
a
comes
fave.
on, you shake a shoulder, but this one you'll shake a leg.
Yeah. So my 6 points, you just literally gave me the face that like the people like on the like, please give us your points. Please give us your points. My 6 points, or wait, six, my 6 points go
Yes,
to
girl.
pedestal. So this one actually dropped down a
Mm-mm.
little bit for me. It was kind of like my tied for first place there for a
Mhm.
while. But I did start to realize that I had like been forgiving a lot of its flaws based on the fact that my 14-year-old self loves this song so much, where it was like I was, looking past the weak performances, looking past the weird revamp, and then it kind of clicked for me when I was watching the Eurovision in concert one, that like it included that little argument snippet thing in the middle, and I just can't overlook it anymore. So like the revamp definitely like downgraded this for me, but 6 points is still like pretty good. I still really like the song and listen to it all the time, but it's just not holding on for me um due to reasons.
Yeah, I hear ya. You know what? My 6 points go to Switzerland, the code. So this was the one that was definitely for a long time out of my top 10. And it clicked hard once those live performances started to roll in. And every single time they kill it. Perfection, the energy, their charisma. Again, like that's the thing. Seeing the artists as a fan, you start to see the way the artists interact with each other. They're giving me winner energy. They're giving me like, okay. Like they're just giving me that energy of like, oh, would be a great representative for Eurovision, right? And and I just feel like I don't know. This is a Eurovision song to me. This is everything that I love in a Eurovision song, and either it works or it doesn't. And it works for me. It's
Hmm.
got crazy impressive vocals. I love opera. I love a little rap, and we've got the queerness of it, the unapologetic queerness of it, and it that even being the messaging of the song. And I'm just saying, I know everybody's saying it, but hey, we're on the 10-year anniversary of Conchita, girl. Let's bring it back around.
Right, right. Yeah, it does feel very Eurovision to me, and that also is one of the things that I think kind of like holds it back for me for the same
Mm.
reason. Is it just it and as an internal selection, it just feels a bit like too it just feels a bit too Eurovision for me.
I hear ya. I hear ya. It's with this one. It's every time we explain it, it's like the things you hate it for is what I love
It's
it for.
right,
So
I
it's
know,
just
which
like,
is yeah, it's really funny. And I've like been trying to listen to it more, but it's not making it any better for
hmm,
me. Okay, so now we've got 7 points, and it's going to Europa, ba, 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 Europa, ba, ba.
huh?
I Yeah. So this is the one that knocked pedestal out for me.
Oh.
Yes, this has gone up. And it's because I realize also, like, as much as pedestal, it really represents a younger me and a taste of like the younger part of myself. Uh 𝗷𝗶𝗯 is kind of like it's meeting me where I am now.
Mm.
Like I relate to it now. I don't relate to my past. Um and I do relate it a little bit to my past because it's a 𝗥𝗶𝗯 song and I absolutely love 𝗥𝗏𝗄. I love hardstyle. So like to have a hardstyle song in Eurovision for me, it's like insane. It actually is like my younger self being validated in that
Mm.
like actually people do like this music just as 15 years late.
Yeah. Well, my 7 points. Doing the math every single time. Why does Eurovision have to make it complicated for me? Why
I
can't it just be,
know.
but um no, my 7 points go to 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗧. We got Greece.
Yes.
So I echo everything that you said about it. This one does feel like another level compared to everyone else. Whereas all the other songs feel like they live within the Eurovision sphere. This one feels like it's so beyond that. This one feels like it should be billion streams on Spotify. It should be the moment. It should be something that changes the music industry. This is like, and Marina Sati in general gives that energy. Like she should be the next 𝗤𝗍𝘆. She should be the next face of Mediterranean music industry in general, you know? That's
Amen.
what she's giving. And I am hoping so much. Like it's weird to me that this song and the Netherlands are not leading the odds right now. I
Yeah.
feel like it should be like them and Italy, like that three. As much as I obviously love Switzerland as well, but I'm like, what is going on in the odds right now that those songs feel such on another level? I'm not understanding that. And especially with Greece. I do think like this one is it's like too good for Eurovision. It's giving me my fear is that it's giving like top 5, but not like winner to people for some reason, which it should. It should give winner. Um, but I'm excited for Greece. I'm excited that they got this in their pocket right now. And I'm hopeful that even if the results whatever, I'm hopeful that Marina Sati got that energy. It will speak to the people
Mhm.
and she will have her 𝗤𝗍𝘆 moment.
Yes. And like, especially like with 𝗤𝗍𝘆's, like her traction that she's had all over the
Mhm.
world in the
Yeah.
US and South America. I would love to see for Marina Sati, I would love to see her win and have a Måneskin type
Yes, I hope
thing
so.
where it's like where it she's coming on to be on the Tonight Show here in the US so that she can sing
Yes.
𝗤𝗏. And we've got so many fucking Greeks in the United States. Like there is
Yeah.
like she could do a whole tour. And
She
if
gonna
she
get
does a tour,
everybody up in the world go, "Da-da-da-da, hey, hey."
oh my God, the Greeks people come out and they support their people too. Like
Yeah.
if Marina Sati came here, like you know, vision scenario, she wins worldwide tour. She comes to the States. She would definitely come to Washington D.C. because there's a ton of Greeks here.
Hmm.
And that party would be insane. I
Yes.
would I would travel to see her. I'm so excited for this one, truly.
Yeah. This song better be being played at every single Greek festival that I attend
Yes.
in the future. Just saying.
Get my gyro and my 𝗤𝗍𝘆.
Exactly.
Or 𝗲𝗏𝘅, probably the Greek people will say. 𝗲𝗏𝘅. Okay. So it's top. So
Yes.
it's top 3 now. So my 8 points is going to go to the drug song. I love it. I mean, I loved it from the first time I heard it. It is very me coded. Um, it was by far the best song in the national selection for Estonia. Not even close. Can't even remember the other songs now at this point. Um, just
I
far
was
and
there. I don't
away, yeah,
remember.
you were there. It far and away the best. I absolutely love it. It has not fallen off a single shred for me. It has always been a contender to be a winner. Um, and I think that it could do extremely well at Eurovision. This is another one where it's like, why are the odds not higher for this? Like, I feel like it's going to connect with people.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about. It's killing me. It's killing me slow. I don't get it. Why is this out of all the songs in that sphere? Like to me, this one is clicking the most, and I'm like, where's the disconnect for other people? And to the point where people like clown you when you say you like the song.
Well,
They better not be the 𝗲𝗏𝘅𝘆 of this year.
and
Girl,
oh my
what if
God.
we are sitting here standing hard like last year and
Just nobody understands. Nobody understands. It's all going to be great on stage. Everyone's going to realize the vision. Everyone's going to see the talent. Everyone's going to get it. I know. I know. Although there are people who do feel really positive about the song. Right?
yeah.
Like it's easier to find people who feel positive about this song than say Theodore Andre
Yes,
last
yeah.
year. But like, but comparing Estonia in the odds to Croatia in the odds, why
Yeah.
do people think Croatia is going to have a better result than Estonia would? Between the two of those songs, I feel like Estonia is loads better.
I agree. I agree. Well, my 8 points go to 𝗥𝗶𝗯𝘆 Hey. Yes. Yeah, this song is absolutely everything that I needed from Italy. That she had the power to destroy all those men in Italy. You know what's crazy though, is having her this high in the selection or in my personal rankings wasn't even my winner of San Remo. Um,
That's
but
crazy.
she's my second place. But if 𝗥𝗏𝘆 was here, he would be my number one. But
Did you see he
um
made some like breakthrough on like TikTok? Some
on TikTok,
Americans started.
she said, and what the fuck was that? That looked real to me. I'm telling y'all, this is the year of 𝗥𝗏𝘆, and I'm just shouting from the rooftops now, like, bitch, I've been a stan. I've been saying, go back in my old videos 5 years ago. I was saying, we need 𝗥𝗏𝘆 and San Remo. Here he was. But Angelina Mango, she's the moment. She's the contender for the win. And I would be so happy if that was the case because and you know, it's one of those things, especially for Italy, where they like had spent so long not sending a woman. And so I feel like her power for her to win and go on, I'm like, she has to win. You know, it's like with Måneskin for them, they were very much underdogs for their selection because I remember they were like pretty low in the rankings uh throughout each night of San Remo. And so and they were newcomers and they were young artists and they were a rock band and it was for San Remo unexpected for them to win. And then they of course went on to be like literally the biggest people to come from Eurovision, at least in modern times, of course.
Mhm.
And now they have like they just hit a second song to hit two or hit 1 billion streams, more than ABBA even. So like
Wow.
like you know, they were the underdogs in San Remo, and I feel like Angelina Mango, I see the power for her. I see the
Mhm.
vision, her styling, her energy. She's one of those people consistent. Every time you see her, she's bringing it all. And I could see it. And you know, for me, I was talking to my coworker because they were asking me about who I thought could win this year. And I was saying, you know, realistically, I feel like there's a lot of songs that are contenders that are living in the same bubble. And this one, I feel like in a crazy year like this year, this one might, I'm just saying,
Mhm.
this one
Yeah.
might catch that. You know, it might be the thing that attracts everyone, you know?
Right.
So,
Good
and it's,
song, competent performance, visuals will be great, really pretty
yeah,
girl. Yeah. The broad appeal of it is very high. And I
yeah.
feel like I haven't seen a ton of people who are like super gung ho fans on it, but I
Mm.
feel like it is one that people are going to vote for because it's going to stand out as being one of the better performed in my expectation.
Yeah, and it's got a perfect mix of everything. It's got the dance element to it, of course, like, you listen to the song, you wanna dance, but it's also got the competency and the skillfulness of, like, and the powerfulness of a ballad in that sense, especially towards the end of the song where she does her one big belt and everything, it's got everything to bring everybody together. It's like the perfect song in
Mhm.
that sense. Um, yeah, I'm just obsessed, and like, it's not getting old, it's just getting better.
Gets better.
Like like Italy is known for their wine, and like fine wine, she is just getting better with time.
Yep, and cheese too. Italy makes great cheeses too. Better with time. Although cheese, I feel like isn't as like I wouldn't want to be compared to cheese,
No.
but Italian cheese is good.
Yeah.
Italian cheese is good. Okay, so my second place, 10 points, is going to
Ooh, yeah.
So just moving over to a neighbor now, moving a little bit south and a little bit west over to Lithuania. Um, this song really does it for me. Like I don't even know exactly what it is, but like it gets stuck in my head. Like I a lot of times have to just like replay it before it even ends. Like I just need to get back
Mhm.
to the beginning again. It just like I don't even know what he's singing about, you know? I never even looked at the lyrics. I don't know what the song's about. I don't even know what 𝗥𝗶𝘆𝗆 means. I don't even care at this point. I don't know what it means. I don't need to because like at this point it's like I love the song so much that like if I find out what it means and I don't like the lyrics, then like then what? You know what I mean? So I kind of just want to like keep it like as it is. Like I love it. It sounds good. And I'm just about the sound and the vibes. I'm a very vibes based ranker, which is why we're doing a tier instead of a straight list. Because I'm all about vibes, and this one is just like the best vibes for me. And he's really good at performing. All
Yeah,
the like parties have been really good. So it's gonna come down to like the camera work, the choreography, because he can dance too.
yeah.
So they could blow it on this one, or they could really knock it out of the park.
I don't think they're gonna blow it. They could copy and paste what they did in that national selection and be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I see no worries for me for Lithuania. Yeah, we're chilling. Well, and my 10 points are going to the Netherlands, 𝗍𝗆𝗆. Yeah, this one is just, oh, okay, this one in my first place, like, I've been really battling because, ooh, okay, when you have like your personal winner, and then you're looking at the odds and you're thinking, ooh, okay, let me have a realistic winner as well. This is my realistic winner. This is really the one I'm going into it rooting for because I
Mhm.
don't know if necessarily my winner has the chance to win, but this one I just feel like is absolutely everything we need in Eurovision right now. It is the perfect transition from 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆, like as 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆 fans, both of
Mhm.
us. It's a perfect transition from 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆 to this year to, show maybe what 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆 was able to like kind of change in terms of the outlook of the contest. But this person's bringing something completely different. They're bringing their complete other style. And to me, this was like he came to Eurovision to finish the business of what 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆 did last year. You know what I mean? And again, I feel like this one is the perfect representative for Eurovision to go on and win. This is like a Eurovision song. The message of it is amazing. And his performance, especially at the Amsterdam pre-party, was insane. Like,
Oh my God. And when he finished, he said, as a wise man once said, it's crazy, it's party. Like, hello, iconic.
yeah. And he fit in the ending part of the song, the
Yeah, I
outro.
noticed that.
And it fit perfectly. It was just like that last 30 or 20 seconds of the song. It all went together amazing. It was exactly 3 minutes. So it's like I'm assuming that's what they're planning to do. And I just love the sense of humor, but I also love the like deeper message behind it. I love just the entire identity of the song, what they're doing with the visuals and the performance, even in just the pre-party. It's just I've really responded to Yost in general, and this is another
Yeah.
one that I feel like I think if he were to win, I could see a Måneskin effect. I could see like worldwide domination. He's already had a viral TikTok song,
Mhm.
and I won't be surprised if 𝗍𝗍𝘆 does that. And I won't. I mean, he honestly, every time I see a TikTok about 𝗍𝗍𝘆, it has like 100,000 likes on TikTok. Like, I really think I'm not computing how this song is not number one in the odds right now, because to
Yeah.
me, this should be the one that everybody is putting their money on. I don't see
Um,
I really don't get why this is not like what who everybody thinks is gonna win.
did you notice the visuals he had behind him at the Eurovision in concert
Yeah,
party
what
on the screen?
yeah,
They were fucking wild. It was
yeah.
like a PowerPoint presentation, like
Yes.
Comic Sans font.
Mhm. Mhm.
And there was one slide where I think it did actually say number one in the bookmakers.
Yes.
But then there was all this other like ridiculous random stuff. I think one of the things that this isn't my actual visuals come back on,
Yes,
May 9th.
yes.
But I was honestly thinking to myself, like, I hope that kind of is what the visuals look like.
Yeah,
Like
I do too.
I
I agree.
loved it. I thought it was perfect.
Mhm. Yeah, I was thinking like, it probably my concern with that is I love it. I love the sense of humor. I do think that maybe a lot of people wouldn't get it. I think
Mm,
that there's a lot of those people that, it's kind of like when you get into like flop talk on TikTok and you're like, what is this flop tropica? And like, why is there a 𝗲𝗍𝘆 war? And who is Deborah? And who's, like Renata even is confused right now. So it's like one of those things that maybe is a little bit too deep where
uh-huh,
we
yeah.
get it, but maybe a lot of people would be like, what is this weird, cheap stuff going on behind him? Like, I'm confused. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm not having enough faith in people and their sense of humor, but I love that. I want that kind of vibe, but
Yeah.
but I'm I'm just yeah, I'm obsessed with all of it. I love his ability to like, and that's why I feel like he's such a good representative of Eurovision, because his ability to reference Eurovision, he's so like aware of everything going on. He references the bookmakers, he references like his even campaign to get on Eurovision,
Yeah.
you know like all of those things. He's just low-key a genius. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
oh, and his remix album he just came out with.
I need to listen to it still. I've just been so distracted and I want
Oh
to like
my God.
pay
It's
attention to it.
amazing. There's this stupid ass, it's the one that's labeled the official remix. Stupid ass like sound effects. It's like insane. It's so crazy. And there's a ringtone, and it's like there's a part where it's like the voice is within the song, and it's like, pick up your phone. And it's like, it sounds like the crazy frog. It's like, I'm obsessed. And that's the thing is, it's like those little things like the remix album and everything, like they feel very referential to like those early 2000s weird
Mhm.
like Crazy Frog and that sort of thing. You're like, oh, I get where all your inspirations are coming from, and it's like a perfect reference, but still its own thing. And I'm like, oh, I need him to win. I need him to win. I'm so serious, and I need him.
Yes. And yes. Okay, so number one, 12 points. I think we all know at this point what my 12 points are, and that is Poland. Luna with the tower. I
Wow.
just love the song. It's just really, really clicked with me. Like I said before with like 𝗍𝗍𝘆, it kind of like it hits where I am right now. It
Hmm.
doesn't take me into the past or anything. Like it just like I really relate to it in this moment, and I have found myself, and this is like my criteria for like what makes a winning song for me, is where
Hmm.
it's a song that I want to hear again and again and again and again. And I've had days where I have just listened to the tower on repeat for my entire 20-minute drive into work, because it's just the only thing that I want to listen to. Like if another song would come on, I would just go back to the tower. Um, I really love it. I know that maybe based on the performances we've seen at the parties, the I don't know what the chances are like. So this, like you said, there's like a personal winner and a realistic winner.
Mhm.
And this is definitely like a very personal winner for me. And it's also like the element of like it's the first time I've been excited about a song from Poland basically
Yeah.
ever. So the fact that I am excited about it, like it just makes me more excited about the song because I do actually really, really love it. So yeah, my 12 points
Mm.
finally go to Poland.
Oh my god. Nationalistic
It's
queen.
so nationalistic, I know.
And, I think, honestly, keeping within the nationalism because, obviously I've hinted at um my thoughts of the future, moving to Estonia or at least going to school there. And so that leads me to my winner, my 12 points, Estonia. Yeah, I just this song, okay, because here's the thing, right? Like I said, I've been battling between this one and Euro pop up. But every time I listen to this song, I'm like, no. Like this song is my favorite of this year. This song brings something different than anything I've ever heard in my life. I rewatched that video and when you see them on the stage and everything, or you just see them, or you're just listening to it and you're kind of thinking, okay, these are some goofy guys. You see that video and you're like, the genius that goes behind that video, the way they are doing like the fake drug deal and the styling and the concept and then the dance and everything that they're serving in that department. You're like, these guys are smart. And the combination of the like traditional elements in this song mixed with like, I love that they have Pull Up over there that are doing that,
Hmm.
and then they have some of the biggest DJs and artists in Estonia doing the more modern element to it, and they're both coming together, and it's like the greats of both sides coming together to create this masterpiece of a sound, and it's totally everything I fell in love with Eurovision for. It's like that mix of culture and something to be proud of your country for, mixed with something modern, mixed with something that can exist within the real music world as well. This one just has something so special to me. And honestly, in the way that 𝗤𝗏𝗄 brought us to Finland this year, that song brought me to Estonia this year as well, because
Hmm.
that was the only song I cared about, but I loved it so much that I was like, I need to if I'm only going to do these things in Eurovision, I need or if I'm only going to do these Eurovision events this year and these are the only songs that I'm going to get to see live, I need to see that because they just had that much of an impact on me so early on in the season. So, yeah, yeah, those are my 12 points and I don't see that changing.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think it should. Obviously, I have them in my third place. And I have to say, actually, now that I'm looking at my ranking, it's kind of funny because it's like very Baltic centric: Poland,
Oh,
Lithuania, Estonia. I mean, even the
yeah.
Netherlands, I think technically the Netherlands touches the Baltic Sea as well. Um,
Oh, okay.
I think so. They're not like a Baltic state, but I'm pretty sure that
I was
I
like,
mean,
girl, the Baltic's going far over.
yeah, well, I mean, the Baltic Sea is really big. Wait, let me look at a map really quick before I say that for sure.
No, it definitely does it. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Actually, do you know what? I don't think I don't know that
Because now
it
that I think about it,
No,
Denmark.
Denmark. Denmark
Yeah.
is in the way. So scratch that, delete that part.
Can't get her geography wrong. No. I mean, what I love also looking at a lot of these songs in both of our top tens, but looking at mine, obviously, because I'm looking at it, is like there are so many countries in this that are not typically sitting in my top 10. I never have Switzerland. Estonia, I mean, I think I'm known as like an Estonia stan, but like they're not ever usually sitting in my top 10. Like, I don't know, Austria, Serbia. I love Serbia, but like I don't know, these are exciting mix of countries in here for me. Like none of these are really. like there's not a Sweden, there's not like,
Mm-hmm.
those like basics. It's like all very exciting. All these ones I would be so excited to see win. Even like the Netherlands and Italy, like we just got wins from them, but pretty recently. But still, it's not like they win all the time. It's not like Ukraine or etc. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what makes this year so exciting too, is like it's so open. And I feel like there's room for us to be rooting for like multiple entries, and it doesn't feel like last year where the energy was very much like we're all competing for second place. You know,
Yeah.
we're still going in like a few weeks before the contest and really have no clue the way it's gonna go.
Which finally, like, because
Hmm.
it's been so predictable for a while now. But so I feel like this is pretty interesting. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 songs that we actually placed in the same categories.
Oh wow, 12 songs. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
The places that we agreed were 1 star, Mon Amour and In the Middle, 2 stars, Titan and Sand, 3 stars, Germany and Norway, 4 stars, Australia and Croatia, and then 5 stars, we had four. So that means 4 out of 10 we actually
That's
agreed on.
wild.
Yeah, that's what I call consensus.
And what's
Um,
crazy is that there are, okay, so we have a fan favorite in our 1 star that we both agree on being in our 1 star.
mhm.
And then we have entries like Estonia that are being really underrated, but we both have them in our top three.
Yeah,
Isn't that wild? Like,
yeah. So it would be, yeah, Greece, Italy, Netherlands, and Estonia are the ones that we agree on.
yeah.
And actually, I feel like our main disagreements, actually, we don't really have, there's only a few that you had in top 10 that I had like in one or
Yeah.
two. So
Switzerland and Austria, maybe Malta. That's
yeah,
about it.
yeah. So I feel like this is like way closer than we normally are.
I
It's
know,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
Well, and I said to you this before we actually started filming, but I was talking about like, oh, if we like combined our top tens or whatever, what would be the winner? And I thought it was going to be Netherlands, but I feel like it actually would be Estonia
I think it would be Estonia because I'm giving
because you had Netherlands below Estonia.
I have Netherlands below. So I have 8 points for Estonia and you have 12. So that's 20. And then I have 7 points for the Netherlands. And you have how many for the Netherlands? 10, right?
10, yeah.
So that's only 17. So yeah, Netherlands would be second. So our joint winner
So,
is Estonia.
so our joint sleigh winner is
Estonia.
Estonia. That
I
makes
love
me so
that.
happy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
And actually, your makeup and hair, there's the blue and the black and the white skin. So you
It's so
actually are
true.
kind of an Estonian flag if you turn your
You
head
know,
sideways and squint.
exactly. And I will say, for those podcast listeners, I was trying to keep this a secret, but it's so far in, only a select few will make it to this point in the podcast. So I will say a little hint. Guys, guess what I bought on eBay for a photo shoot?
What did you
All
buy?
coming all the way from Poland. Green onion Lay's potato chips.
Really?
Do you understand that?
No, why
They
do
sing
you have
about it in Estonia's song.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they sing about these green onion Lay's potato chips. And when you go on eBay, they're only being sold in like from Poland or from Ukraine, but the Ukrainian ones are like the Polish ones are have English green onion. So I
Mhm.
got the Polish ones. So they're on the way, photo shoot coming up. I have the look already because I wore it
Okay.
for SB Last. So I almost wore it for this episode in honor of them, but I need the green onion Lay's potato chips. So
Oh, I've had them before. They're good.
I'm excited. I got a 5 pack.
Oh my God, that's really funny. What was the shipping like on that?
It was free shipping,
Really?
but it was like $50.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then. So like I just had a friend get me a Portion Boys hockey jersey and
Mm-hmm.
the shipping was 62 euros, I think, which is like insane, but it was
Yeah.
worth it. I was very happy to get the gift.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably, I don't know. Here's my thing. I didn't actually check to see how big these potato chip bags are, so
Girl,
hopefully they're
you're
like,
about to get snacks,
that's what I'm
$50
saying.
on
I hope
snack
they're
size
not the
bags.
snack-sized ones. I mean, I know European portions are smaller, so I'm not expecting like a family size, but like I'm hoping they're not.
That's too
Hoping they're not
funny.
that. And Pittsburgh has such a big Polish population. I called every single Polish grocery store. None of them sold them.
Wow. That's
I was like,
shocking,
girl,
actually.
really? I'm like, damn.
That's normally the type of stuff that those stores do order.
Yeah.
It's like the
One
comfort
store said,
foods people like.
yeah, they were like, we sell it, but we're not getting our shipment for like another month.
Oh.
Like, oh, well, okay.
Well, if you really like those chips, I bet you could talk to the store about getting them imported specifically. Like if you tell them like if you get a case in, like I'm gonna buy half of the case, they'll probably just do it. And that way you don't have to pay for the shipping because they'll
Yeah.
just incorporate it into yeah, I bet. I bet if you really like them, it's important to you, I bet you could ask them.
I
Normally
really
those
just need
stores
them for
take
a photo.
requests.
I
Okay. You
really
might
just need them
find
for a
these you like
photo.
them.
But yeah, so that is our ranking tiers and our top 10 of Eurovision 2024. And of course, we want to hear who is in your top 10. That's what we want to know. And I
Yep.
I genuinely listen, I'm not just engagement farming. I love seeing
Me
everybody's
too.
top 10s. Like I'm so excited to see, and especially I love to compare like the people who watch us like, oh, do we have similar tastes? Do we have completely opposing tastes? I love to see all that. So definitely leave in the comments down below who is in your top 10. And yeah, guys, thank you all so much for listening to episode 31 of the 𝗫𝗍𝘅 podcast. And yeah, my name is 𝗲𝗂𝘅𝘆 Rainbow,
And I am Renata from the 𝗍𝗍𝘅.
and we will see you all next week. Goodbye.